Hey everyone! So this past week I posted a picture on Instagram of my pedalboard and my Helix preset and whatnot, and I got asked to do a video explaining the preset and the setup and whatnot, so I figured I'd do one for those of you who asked for that. So here we go. So I got Helix Edit going on here on my laptop, so I'm gonna break down the entire signal path and whatnot. So it's a 2-channel setup thingy. I basically did this to have access to my tone in Helix Native. So this was originally intended to be used in Helix Native, but it actually worked out pretty great when I incorporated my analog pedals, I should say, with it. So anyways, here we go. So it starts off with let's start off with the uppermost channel, shall we? So that one starts off with a low cut at 95 Hertz, and then we got the 3-band compressor going there, a 6:1 ratio. Then we got a simple pitch. Pretty straightforward. Then we got a split here. So that one is a crossover. So all of the frequencies above 560 Hertz go to the downmost signal path here, and all of the ones below that go through the upper one here. So we got 2 busy one amps going here. So here's channel 2 and here's channel 1. Channel 2 is the clean one, and channel 1 is the dirty one, I should say. Here I got the effects loop, and in the effects chain I've got the EBS Billie Jean Signature Drive Deluxe, the Darkglass Alpha Omega Ultra, and the Darkglass Super Symmetry Compressor. I've also got the Darkglass Microtroops B3K version 2. So all of my drive for this preset comes from the Billie Jean Signature Drive Deluxe, which is here. Then we got a volume block, which I can engage to boost up everything with 8 decibels, just to basically use the boost function on the Billie Jean Signature Drive pedal without stepping on that pedal. And then we got a delay block, which is set for a 100% mix and 0.1 milliseconds of delay. And why do I do that? Well, here is with the delay block. And here is with the delay block bypass. So the delay gives it a slight detachment, I should say. It makes the tone a little bit wider. That slight delay, which I kind of like. Then, well, it goes into the channel 1 of the busy one, and then I've got a dual pitch going there, which is essentially a chorus, and that block is linked with a reverb. So here's without that block. And there's with it. Okay, then we have 2 EQ blocks here. So in the downmost path, it's just a high cut that cuts out everything above 5.4 kilohertz, which gives it that narrow, mid-rangey type tone. And then we got a second EQ block here, which does the same thing for it's like the master EQ for that channel, if you will. So, and then this one goes down here, and then we got the Tweed Blues Normal amp, which is not a bass amp. It's a guitar amp, but it sounds great on bass. It's a Fender Bassman, I think it's modeled after, and it sounds really great. It was actually John Willis, the Helix wizard, who discovered this amp on bass. It sounds really good. Sounds great. And after that amp block, I've got a gain a gain block, which boosts that block with 8 decibels, that signal chain, because this amp block is not loud enough with this amount of drive set to it, sadly. So, and after that we got a parametric EQ, which is essentially a 8x10 Ampeg cabinet, I think it is, model after, again, John Willis, who did that one. So that's the uppermost signal path before it goes into like the final frontier here. So let's go with the downmost one, shall we, also. That one also starts off with a low cut set for 63 Hertz. Then with a 3-band comp as well. And then another EQ block that cuts out everything from 1.4 kilohertz and above it. So to make things a bit clearer why I do this, I'm gonna bypass let's see if I can do that. No, I fucking can't. So to make things clear, I'm gonna play through both signal paths separately so you can hear what's going on. So like that, and now it's just the downmost one. And now, let's see, and now it's just the uppermost one. And both together. So there we go. That's why I'm doing this. So this is essentially to mimic the dual output of the Yamaha Attitude bass without having access to a dual output bass, if you will. Anyways, back to the show. So after that low and high cut block thingy, I'm going into the bass octaver, which is essentially the EBS octabass pedal. Yeah, and then we're going into the Woody Blue bass amp, which is I know this. It's the acoustic amp, I think. Yeah, it's the classic acoustic top, I think. I might be wrong. Another volume block, because that one is also set for really low drive, which makes it a bit quiet. And then we've got another parametric block, which is a 215 block, a 215 cabinet, I should say. And then, last but not least, I've got a LA Studio comp at the master bus, if you will, which pretty much evens out everything and makes it even more squishy. And then we got a noise gate, a hard gate. And then last but not least is the reverb block, which is engaged with the chorus. So that's essentially that setup for this patch. So I made a version of this preset as well. That's to be used within Helix Native and whatnot. This one does not have any additional external pedals, of course. And it has the tube drive block to it, which allows me to go between 2 different drive types. So I got the Pierce, and I've got the other drive, which sounds like this. So there's that. Other than that, it's pretty much identical. So I'm gonna link that preset as well down in the description. So anyways, that's the preset that I'm using these days. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, actually. So I hope that explains what's going on in this crazy preset. I got it linked down here below if you want to try it out for yourself. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, and if you have any questions about the Helix and presets and something like that, hit me up and I'll see what I can do, if I can be of any service. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.